very boxed in. You're not seeing a lot of wide open areas. And I'm actually okay with this. Like, it actually works for this particular game. Souvenirs. Okay. Can buy stuff for 1,000. I don't know what it is. Sure, why not? I get more and more expensive as we go along. Okay, so this looks like just you know, the special collectibles we can get with the in-game currency. Not gonna worry too much about getting those just yet. I want to make sure I keep plenty of helmets so that I'm always able to unlock the next area whenever it comes up in the main story. Alright, what else is around here? Are those Staryus? They don't look like the Power Stars from Mario. They look like Staryus from Pokemon. Pretty sure it is. Mutton. Some, I don't know, Mahjong tiles? Who knows? But yeah, because the levels are laid out so cleverly, they're actually a lot of fun to navigate through. I don't mind as much that we don't have like a wide open area to explore. And maybe I'm just a little bit biased against open world games because we've been seeing so many open world games. It's kind of like the trend is that everything's trying to go open world. You know, open world Dragon Age, open world Metal Gear Solid, open world Witcher. And open world games are certainly cool. They're fun. They have their place. But I don't think that every game necessarily needs to be an open world game. I think there's a lot of value still to be had in designing a very tight experience with an idea of what progression you want players to take through the level. And again, going back to Dragon Age Inquisition, I've experienced a lot of frustration in Dragon Age just by sheer fact that, you know, I'm trying to navigate through an area in order to get to a quest or whatever, and I'm unable to do so. Dang it. There we go. Trying to pick them up. There we go. There we go. Whip these guys into shape. Oh, it's there's a target I gotta hit. Get him. Get him. No, in Dragon Age, I'll be like trying to just navigate through an area, and because of the open world nature of it, I'll be coming out from like the wrong angle, and I'll spend like 20 minutes just trying to hump my way up a hill before finally giving up, as it's fruitless, you know. Now you could just argue that's poor design, that they didn't that BioWare is not as skilled at building an open world game as someone like Bethesda, and you'd probably be right. But I also just miss having levels like this to navigate, where it's like, hey, this is a specific navigational challenge you need to overcome, you know, instead of what most open worlds tend to be is a very large, somewhat hilly map, you know. And you lose a lot of fun in navigating that. And I say this having played, you know, having put a lot of time into MMOs like World of Warcraft and the Old Republic and WildStar. I think all those games have their merits in their own ways, but they also do make me kind of nostalgic for, you know, games with a very specifically designed progression. I don't even think I'm using the right words to describe this right now, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Oh no. Obelix, he's about to bite it. There we go. I see a little peacock over here, I think. A little purple bird right there. That's probably a video game character that I am just not familiar with. Little purple bird. You guys know what that is? if ever I like just totally miss a reference, feel free to shout out in the comments. I do absolutely read the comments on these videos. Also, if ever I just like something that you agree with or think is ridiculously stupid, please feel free to let me know on that front too. I think one of the great things about Let's Plays, and specifically, you know, living in the Web 2.0 generation, is that conversation that we can actually have through video games like this. And video games used to be, partly because of the lack of emphasis on multiplayer, but they used to be a very solitary hobby. And I think having video sharing sites like YouTube and having the whole Let's Play convention be developed is fantastic for allowing us to take, you know, what's traditionally been a single player hobby and turn it into something that we can enjoy as a community. Ooh. Let's be careful now. Try to line these guys up right. So I really don't want to lose any more health than I absolutely have to here. Cool. Got both of them in one hit. Let's see if I can do that over here. This guy. Yeah. There we go. Almost there. Did that cause the other ones to magically despawn? Yeah, I think it did. Cool. Oh, look, guys. A heart tunnel. It must be a reference to Zelda. Ha I'm being facetious there. I don't think that's actually a reference to Zelda. Although I'm sure we'll see plenty of those by the time the game's over. Alright, what's in here? Oh. It's just trying to pan the camera, and I ended up switching back. For one thing, most of the Let's Plays I've been doing lately have been PC games. So this is like the first analog-based game that I've played in a while that I'm using actually an analog pad for, you know? Cool. Let's go ahead and save real quick. Since the pedestal's right here. So yeah, as a result, I don't know, I'm using an analog gamepad. It's pretty much like riding a bike. You're always going to remember how to use it. But there's also the issue of after you've played so many video games, sometimes like your fingers just develop this muscle memory as far as what buttons should and should not do, and you'll find yourself trying to pan cameras with buttons that don't pan cameras, things like that, you know. What am I looking at there? That sign looks like a dog bone. I don't know what that is. Anything else interesting in this alleyway? Is it just a pretty standard alleyway filled with helmets for us to collect, I guess? It's also interesting to note that we're seeing these 2D sprites for all the collectibles, you know, the health pickups and the helmets and everything like that. I can't remember the last time I've seen that other than in Donkey Kong 64, you know, a 3D game that used 2D sprites for all the collectibles. I'm not saying I'm particularly nostalgic for that kind of art direction, but just fun to note.